Hi, my name is Terry O'Mahony, and I am the jazz drum set instructor here at the University of Louisville. This video is being put together today to give you an indication of what you might experience if you come and audition at the University of Louisville for the Jazz Studies program. We ask you to do some things that demonstrate your knowledge on your particular instrument, and I'll go over those in just a minute. You may want to know what we're looking for when you're doing your audition. In terms of the drum audition, we're looking for your overall sense of time feel. You know, can you play a steady tempo, from a metronomic standpoint? And how does it feel? Does it sound relaxed or does it sound jagged? Overall, if you, what your overall authentic sound is. Does it sound like the music you're trying to portray, in this particular case, jazz? Your actual sound on the drums and your touch, is it harsh or is it kind of refined? Does it have some nuances and some dynamic inflections? We'll be also looking at your general technique, how you approach the drums and how you do what it is that you do. And when we get to the solo portion, at which you'll be playing with the faculty rhythm section, you'll also be listening for things like your solo ideas and how you interact with the rest of the jazz faculty. So when you rehearse with the jazz faculty, you'll see a separate section of this video where you'll actually see a student in an audition setting, and you'll hear what that person plays and how the forms work and that sort of thing. I'm going to demonstrate a few things right now, though, that you'll also want to be familiar with. So one of the criteria is on the sheet that you'll see under auditions. It says play in 4/4. That just means to be able to play swing time in 4/4 with a jazz ride cymbal pattern, with a hi-hat on 2 and 4, and then some snare drum, bass drum comping, sort of like this. We'll also be listening to you play a bossa nova, maybe starting with your right hand on the hi-hat and then eventually moving to the ride cymbal, like this. We'll also be looking to hear you play a little bit with some brushes. So we'll be using 4/4 swing time as the basis for that particular example. It would sound like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We might also ask you to play an example of a kind of a funk groove or a funkier kind of feel, so that can vary, but it can sound something like. We might also ask you to play in 3/4 time with a swing feel. An example of that would be this. And if you're looking for some information about where some of these grooves come from, or you want some specific notational examples, I would recommend that you access the 3 following method books. One is called The Art of Bop Drumming by John Riley. Another one is a book that I wrote called 100 Essential Drum Set Lessons. And if you're looking to improve your big band drumming and chart reading, there's a book called The Jazz Drummer's Reading Workbook by Tom Morgan. A couple of other things we might ask you to do in your audition are to sight read some coordination exercises, and those can be found in the John Riley book. I might ask you to sight read a big band chart, which would be similar to some of the materials found in the Jazz Drummers Reading Workbook by Tom Morgan. And I might ask you to read a little rhythmic snare drum etude, something like an etude that you can find in Portraits in Rhythm by Anthony Cerrone. So if you have any questions about any of the audition material or any other concerns, you can always email me at Terry O'Mahony at louisville.edu. That's TERRY.OMAHONEY at louisville.edu. Good luck in your audition, and I hope to see you soon.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. One, two, one.